Why hello, welcome back. We're back in Minecraft today. So hopefully, if we do our scheduling correctly, you should have already seen that we have a few new mods. Just a few, just like 10, 20. Anyway, the mod pack is, as far as I'm concerned, done. There's one last mod, replay mod, that I may end up getting, but that's more for me, like, to make videos with than it is, like, an actual core part of, like, a gameplay experience. I kind of don't expect that you guys are out here making Minecraft videos. Some of you are. Some of you might be. I don't know. I don't know you. It didn't make sense to add it into the pack. So, on top of that, I don't know, it looks really intimidating. I'm sure it's probably not. I'm sure it's just like, you know, using the Planet Zoo thing all over again. But you know, it is intimidating. So, last episode, moving on, we built our windmill. Our big old feel-good ink windmill. Went ahead and connected it up to the nether, so now we should be able to just hop through the portal down here and get up to the windmill, which should be fine. There are a few things, however, that we need to do, and so I've done my best to compile a task list. So I think probably main priority is going to be getting something into this building, so that way we can go ahead and start to set up shop in it. At the very least for stuff like create, which right now it seems like we're mostly going to have to be importing our materials. The other thing is that we need to clean up this whole situation so that way we have a nice easy time of getting back and forth from one portal to another. So I think we'll go ahead and start on that for now. We'll get the nether flight of stairs done, and then after that, I suppose we will, just kind of go from there. There's a few resources and materials that obviously we are now missing. There's some exploration we need to do, but I'm not really ready to commit to that just yet. Yeah, there's a lot. But I think the first thing that we can do to get ourselves started is to go ahead and get a calendar. So, as part of the mod pack, I added the seasons mod, and that's great. However, I have no idea what season it's supposed to be right now. So, probably good information to have, especially since we're trying to grow crops so that way we can feed our cows. So that'll be another thing that we need to do. So let's go ahead and, let's see here. Yeah, I don't have it as part of the search, which tells me that there's something special we need to go get. So, here is the season calendar. Whoa! Is it because we're in the nether? Oh, maybe it's because we're in the nether. Let's go out and make sure that something didn't critically mess up and that I gotta go debug something. Okay, it's just because we were in the nether. So, it's springtime, we have 21 days left until summer. Nice to know. How do we make this? It looks like it's gonna be a little bit of paper and a clock. Clock is made with gold ingot and redstone. So let's go ahead and get one of those crafted up because we've got everything we need. And then after that, we'll go ahead and feed the cows. So step 1, redstone, gold, sugarcane. Good. There's that. We can just turn all this into yeah. So something like this. It's a calendar. Excellent. So let's go ahead, and I'm sure we're gonna need a few of those, but we'll go ahead and throw it on this wall. Oh, I see how you're supposed to read this. Okay. So the flower shape is to indicate spring, and it tells us how far we are into it and how long we have to go. That's very cool. Okay. And this one is for Venery. Oh, and it's way simpler. Sticks and paper. Okay. Well, we got both of those. Let's just add another calendar. And I guess you just pick it up and it will tell you 21 hours, 6 days, 7 years? What does that mean? How bizarre. Interesting. Okay. Whatever. Alright. So that works out our calendars then. Next thing that we need to work towards is a windmill. So in order to get a windmill, we need wood slab, stone of a kind, and a shaft. So that's nice and easy. So we've got our mechanical saw, andesite will work. Do I have any pre-made wooden slabs? I mean, if not, I've got birch planks, so it doesn't matter. And do I have any more shafts? Because I thought I did. Unless I used them all. Nope, I've got them. Okay. Yeah, and it really does look like we don't have any slabs pre-made. Not wooden ones, anyway. Yeah, okay. No. That's... no. Okay. Slab, andesite, shaft. Now we've got our windmill bearing. And then after that, we need windmill sails, which are going to be any wool, sticks, and andesite alloy. So we're going to need a lot more andesite alloy, which means I'm going to be sitting there at the press. So, or am I? I might not actually need to press this. No, I'm not. It's just andesite and iron nuggets. So let's see if I need to go farm more iron. No, not yet. Okay. And I know I've got andesite in here because I just pulled some out. Yes. Okay. Plenty of andesite alloy. We will have more sticks as we continue to work the tree farm situation. Did I gather up all of the spruce? No, I didn't. Okay. There. Not a great number of saplings. But it'll grow. It'll grow. And then cows. So we have a small handful of cows, and that's fine. We're gonna need way more for the amount of leather that we need. But we shouldn't need more wheat than this. And we'll just go into the paddock. You. And I think I only have the 5 cows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And, sure. We can get more sheep. Okay. So I think I'm only gonna breed the sheep until we have 1 sheep for every kind of dye. That should be more than plenty. But the cows, on the other hand, we're gonna need a lot of them, just because we're gonna need a lot of books. So we can go ahead and get this done, and then I think after that, let's go get a composter, so that way we can start dealing with some of these excessive seeds. Now I do have Farmer's Delight, but I don't know what I'm doing with it, so that'll be its own situation. And airplanes. I know that I want to get an airplane pretty quickly here because, well, yeah, we can go boat, and I've got some really cool ones. Well, okay, so I guess that is the struggle, is that... First off, composter. What am I missing? More slabs? Okay. Oh, we don't need one of those just yet. Okay. We'll put the wheat away. We'll keep the seeds. So the airplanes are gonna need fuel, and I'm not sure how that's gonna work just yet. It'll probably be coal, if I had to bet. But I would definitely like to start getting into making aircraft, just because they go pretty fast, and it'll probably be a lot easier for traveling once we get that done. But we do have some really cool ships, so I guess the other thing that we can do today is we can go ahead and start making ourselves one of the ships. There are 4. One of them is the Dakar. One of them is there's something. I'll look it up in a second when I'm done here. Let's see here. Boat, ship, watch it be on like the last page. Here they are. Okay, so we have the cog, the brig, the galley, and the drakkar. So all of these could be really cool. The brig is, I think, one of the largest. The galley is pretty solid. It's pretty fast. The Dakar is pretty aesthetically pleasing. And I think, if I remember correctly, that these are for, like, there's 2 that are cold weather and 2 that are warm weather. So let me go pull that before we make any big commitments. Okay, so after a little bit of Googling, it looks like the one that we're going to want is going to be the galley ship. So probably either jungle or birch, because that's what we have the most of right now. That's the jungle Dakar. This is the jungle galley. So the only thing is that it requires leads for most of what we're going to do. So we can make leads by rope, or by slime ball, or by automated shape crafting. That. I don't have slime balls, and as far as I can tell, well, you can, okay, so apparently you can make it through dough, and you can make it through lime dye. So how do we make dough? 3 wheat and an egg, or 3 wheat and water, and then green dye. But I guess that is kind of the hang up there, is that I don't think we actually have any green dye. Right? Yeah, we'll need a lime, which I don't have. So the other option is through rope. Rope is made through straw. Which is made through wild rice. Through crushing wild rice. Or through milling wild rice. So, it looks like we're gonna need either a crusher or a miller before we can actually get that. And of course we will need the rice. But, from my little bit of testing, it seems like that can just be gotten by just breaking grass. So, now that we've got a little bit of bone meal, let's just go ahead and use that. And let's see if this gets us anything. Oh, and already it did. Okay. So we have wheat seeds, we have rice seeds. Okay. Well, that worked out much faster than I thought it was going to. This is rice grains. Sneak right-click on a grindstone to dehusk the rice. Do I want to? I guess this is from the wrong mod. This is going to give us that rice, as opposed to this one. And I can't ponder it. Okay, so this is going to be strange. Okay, I'm going to go do some Googling, and I will be back. Okay, so I have good news, and I've got bad news. The good news is that we can go get rice. The bad news is, what I have is not going to work. So, in order to get the rice that we actually need, it actually spawns in the jungle. Now, there is the possibility that we can get it to spawn through bone meal. I don't have a lot of hope for that, but I mean, we can try. And if that doesn't work with my one bone meal, I suspect that we're probably going to have to go on an adventure. Yeah, we're going to have to go on an adventure. Okay. Alright. This wasn't really what I was expecting to do with my day, but here we are. So, first things first, before we hightail it off to who knows where, we need to go ahead and get some food prepped. And the other thing I need to do is I need to find my boat, because I sort of just abandoned it. Yeah. What have we got? So we've got melon slices, we've got raw pork chop. You know what, let's cook up some pork chops. Those are nice and hearty. Tons of watermelon, tons of pork chop, salmon, sweet berries. I think those are from a colder climate. They grow really well in fall. Good to know. Apples. I've apparently made an advancement. I don't know how. Can we get apple seeds? No. Okay. So I know that apples are somehow used in the Vinery mod. How? I don't know. I know that we need to keep some melon seed holdbacks. 2 is, like, more than enough. And I wonder if we can just... what we can do with egg. So if we smelt it, we can get a fried egg. Same with cooking it over a campfire. We can get a roast chicken dinner. We don't have onions, we don't have potato, and we don't have carrots. So no point worrying about that right now. We can use it to make dough and therefore bread. And it looks like if we mix it, we can make raw pasta, which could be interesting. But at this point, we're getting into stuff I don't have. So I think for now, we'll just go ahead and keep the eggs back. And I mean, like, 57 watermelon should be fine, right? Yeah, I don't have ice. Eating a gold melon just feels wrong. I don't have pumpkin slices. I don't have pumpkin at all. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to be pretty limited in what we can eat, but I think this is probably a more than enough food for what I'm going to try and do. Let's not bring the diamonds, or the paper, or the gold. And, We will bring the wood just as a cautionary thing. But yeah, 57 melons, 14 pork. We'll get our 2 fish cooked up, and then after that, I think we're ready to go. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, pop through the nether, and we are going to go over to our spruce spawn. Okay, so we are back, and now I guess we need to test the map. At this point, we've been to all the major locations, so either we will have access to everything we've done so far, or we will only have access to the main bases. So let's double check it. Okay, so here... Oh wow, and it's like fully updated. Here's our main base. Here is the Windmill Island. That jungle temple. And then here is our new base. So I think we can zoom into where we are right now, this chunk. I don't know what that did. What am I looking at? Okay, so I cannot add waypoints. Which is not terrible. I mean, we're gonna be okay. But I am a little bit alarmed at how much of the map we've already generated. Like, way, way, way more than I thought we had. But I think it's gonna be okay. Main thing is to just go find our boat. Which I'm pretty sure... Did we leave it, like, over here somewhere? That seems likely. Yeah, so I'm gonna go figure out where our boat is. And we will go from there. Okay, we're going to 1028, 64, 672. So, F3. So this is going up. So do you want me to go this way? Yes. Okay, well, I guess we're going that way. Okay, well, we're having a little bit of lag, and by that I mean a lot of lag, but I found the boat. So, I'm gonna call that a win. Then looks like we got all of our stuff. So, if I remember correctly from the map, considering how much stuff we have, it might honestly be easier for me to just paddle my butt back home. Which I know is going to take a little while, but I'm not going to bring you along for the whole journey. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to have to do, because I've got too much stuff right now. Alright, well, I was on my way back home, and then, I found this. So, I guess, we're here. Let's go find out what's in here. Is this just gonna be ruins? I really need to figure out how to do the whole archaeology thing, because, man, this is cool. Looks like we got a chest in here. Bit of looting, too. Yeah, this looks like some kind of archaeology thing. There's another one in here. Is there another chest, or is it buried, do you think? Don't see much. How am I gonna get up here? Or am I? Doesn't look like I'm going to. Well, this is delightfully funky. Okay. Got some random floating box. Yeah, so I guess we would do archaeology out here. That's really cool. Alright, and then there's, is this just what I think it is? No, this is new. Okay, well let's go see if we can get any crops over here. I know we need to get home, but like, we wandered so far afield, we're gonna generate new stuff. And at this point, I'm less worried about it. So, well, this is a really nice set of islands. Shame about the lack of trees. Yeah, I think if I had just one tree, this would have been a really fun place to start. But alas. Looks like we've got no new plants and no new trees. So we are gonna move on. Oh, back to the boat we go. You know, like, what really confused me about this is that, you know, like, from over here with the fog and everything, I thought it was a pillager outpost situated on the ocean. And it wasn't. But, to be fair, once we get some kind of brush for archaeology and all that, it might be fun just to go exploring. I wouldn't mind getting a sniffer egg, just for the sake of having one. Yeah, and it looks like if I keep going this way, we should get home. Yeah, we should get home. Alright. Okay, good. We are back home. Let's go ahead and start dropping all this stuff off. So, we will deal with the windmill in a little bit. So we've got a book of looting 2, which is great. Especially since no, looting 3. Even better. So, that'll be really nice for probably probably our diamond sword. Yeah, should help with drops, I think. I think a sword with looting 3 should give us like the maximum amount of like spider stuff. I'm not too worried about farming up blazes. I think we're gonna be okay there. So those should be fine. I got some spare books, got a buried treasure map, which I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna find that thing, but maybe. Maybe we can look at the coast. And then trims, which I have never used. I don't understand. But considering we do live on the coast, I think it might be fun to... Yes, take all. There we go. I think it'll probably be fun to use coastal trims. Only thing is making sure that we get enough, because we got the 2 right now. There. Should be fine. Alright, so now we head back out into the ocean because our 2 best bets are to find either a desert or a jungle. Desert means we find cacti, and cacti means we get the green dye, and then it's really not hard to make dough. And that'll be nice and easy and sustainable, but Oh, don't like that. I'm just gonna... Yeah. Yeah, getting dough is probably the most sustainable, but I would like to get rice. Just so that way we can cook up some more substantial food, which reminds me, before I leave and forget all of my food here... Oh, we do have carrots. Okay. Cooked salmon... And we do have potatoes. Good. Okay, so we can start growing some of our baseline foods. So that'll be what we deal with. Pumpkins, carrots, potatoes. So that's all the base stuff except for, like, beetroot. So now all that's left is to go get the Farmer's Delight crops, the vineyard crops, all that stuff. So that should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop into Chunk Base, and when I find what we're looking for, I'll bring you back. Uh-oh. Did you break?